Hello YouTube, I just want to say that I'm really pissed because if you didn't know, the situation I'm in right now is I'm in default, and what default means is that, you don't get emphasis on a company trying to play you. So I'm going to, say something, because most people that are in the company get played. The reason why I'm pissed is because of the misconception I had, my girls in the company. But forget about that. This video is all about a revelation I had recently that helped me cope with reality. Fucking done all these unorthodox, comparisons. Fucking ducking a star to a penguin. This is really serious shit. Had me double imply about school every single day when this game shows you that I was fucking bitches. And the bitches that I was fucking in school were just being girls. I mean, normal girls on paper, literally. And Omar tried to rape them the next year. I laughed at it. You know why I laughed at the rape? Because we live in a rape society. And the one thing that pisses lesbian cops off about me the most, why I'm about to go to jail, is when I do everything where you make life worse in jail to a point where it doesn't matter. I want you to hee-hi fun for this video, because this is about to get deep. You won't understand the revelation I just went through. Coming from somebody, lately, that grew up in the early 2000s at 30, let me know something. It felt like I didn't do shit this year, but I recognized what I did. 30 did fake matter, 30 this and that. At 30, what I did was chaotic. I made chaotic, I was chaotic all throughout 30. Because usually how 30 works is you being blown away over and over again by your domestic violence. But this is getting real deep. I mean real deep. So I'm gonna, make a confession right here and now. I'm not going to Level Up Expo. Something, got in me. Like an insect, literally, it tore out of me because of the main fact. You don't want to admit that I'm mature in this video. Someone hit me with Tyler Perry. Somebody hit me literally to a point where I can understand. Hit me with some shit that was like Mariah Carey. Oh, I don't have that much money. Because what happened in the studio is that the girls really that I got from junior high started beefing with the cosplayers, but they kept it behind scenes because what they saw was quality. But what they knew was every single celebrity tried to get in their pants like Vin Diesel. It's true, it's very true, Lily. And what they failed to realize is that, they didn't fuck with me. They put me, in a non-rape situation where a guy fed them to school and they thought that they can make with me, and all the way to the point, literally, when they felt like they can get in the way of the cosplayers, not just the ones I have kids with. The reason why I don't want to go level up is because of the principle. You did all this gospel, you did this and that, and people are going up and down, stomping their feet because of standard. So guess what I did? I had to OTK somebody in Yu-Gi-Oh! Knock it out, so I wouldn't be excited for Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament. I needed to clear Sasuke out of my mind and say I could do I Am Sasuke another day. Because you made a nerd more powerful than a gangster situation, making sure that an anime nerd was obsessed with me when I was relaxed the entire fucking time, really. And they kept on spamming, the adults kept on spamming. I don't like how Eris knows how something works. And nerd is still prone to video game, which is unfair because I'm living life, I'm human every single day. I had to knock it out of my mind. So I started saying, fuck level up, fuck all that shit, fuck cosplay in general, fuck every single thing. Because what Alicia made me go through was unbelievable. Thinking she can get in the way of the cosplay career when they weren't even being fucking nice. Girls kept on doubling power the gun, they kept on doubling power the gun. You see what I did to her gang in my channel? They kept on doubling power with a gang in the government. They ended up getting their ass raped, Lily. I get mirage to see them at the pool, Lily. I know what they're fucking thinking. Oh no, Lily, Eric's control me because his animation is hella pretty. He's not dumb like everybody else. I let go of streets a long time ago, Lily. And another thing that I forgot to say in the last video was, you forgot to ditch this motherfucker. This is true, this is very true, because the girls from high school tried to hold on to my riches, and the cosplayers are the one who kept me down to earth. I mean, I'm telling you, I lowered my standards for 100th time. They were blondes, and it was about to go down to fucking Nicole. Nicole's a new girl, from 4.5 Friends. You're like, stop, Lily, this and that. Nobody wanted to own things. Nobody wanted to own rich personal things. That's why we got fucked up on Uncle Tommy. It got really real. You think that this is fucking it, Lily? Because what happened was they had me doubling pie school every day. Last night I snapped, thinking about what Mariah does for me, Lily, how she always gives me comfort, how she's always loved me. And I told those girls from junior high, I don't give a fuck about your pussy or what quality you think you have. I'm not gonna take you being flamboyant over somebody being nice to me. It's real, it's really real. Your little superficial girls literally get you kicked out of so much shit because gangs make unlimited excuses in order to get their pants. I'm like, fuck this. Did you know that Lily Nikki entered Ja Rule's dimension? And I gave her more points for her hanging out with me? Get the fuck out of here. Even worse, something happened, about me and Sunny. Me and my mom just had a good conversation about music back in the day. How I do all my research about music, how things work, including the tambourine. Guess what happened, Lily? I thought in my head, Lily felt with a tree and everything, that Teddy Pendergrass is still alive. And guess what happened, Lily? The early conversation we had about the Jackson 5, I made a joke about them being albino. He told me something essential about all the rock groups, and in Boy Scouts, literally, we always play this song by Journey, Don't Stop Believing. Now, with that being said, my knowledge of music and everything came into play when we started talking about Tate Pendergrass, literally, because what happened was, when they were growing up, Sonny and them have rivalry. So I'm going to go into depth for a guy called Robert. Robert was my dad's rival in PE, because as I said before, he simply did a science asylum, but dad came back to what that science asylum does in real life. You see, when you admit, when you go on about, your shit, your life, without disturbing anybody, what ends up happening is Robert ends up being the one who rapes Lily, and your mom ends up forgiving your dad. This is why I've prone the lesbian cops for 1,000 times. You just worrying a non-rape concept. That's why Uncle Tommy, Lily, and fucking Walter, my uncle, Sonny, and Uncle David, Lily, look in front of my dad every single time they have dinner table, Lily, and say, huh? You're worried that you're the sister, but not me. Because of that factor, they called out the whole fucking thing, and dad used to fucking run around like a fucking black little monster in PE, Lily. They kept on saying, Bobby, you don't shut the fuck up. I don't know what it was, Lily. If it was a requirement to be a parent or anything. The truth was, it was the same example, because what Robert was, is he was the ultimate blue. He was Tyrone, he was everything. And with Adrian's mother, his Robert was everything. It's the prime example of what, your dad, versus your uncle, Lily, says and does today. Because what Walter would do is he would take the point from PE, Lily, connect it all the way to real life. On my dog in his face, and what dad would do is he would defend himself with the sludge, in the snail. Say, where are we at now? Then he'll move away. And what that means is that I'm gonna hold on to her current lesson step, how you try to manipulate me, but when you think about things all around, it ended up happening with Sonny Condon with this Jackson 5, Lily. So what happened was when Tate Pendergrass came out, you see how Lily, I explained how, Walter, the uncles are the blue, and my dad's the thing in the middle. That's why you should never be adjacent, what ended up happening, to my dad, he got a chance, with Tate Pendergrass when he said, your hands are too tight in the box of God. That was when he was dating my mom the most, Lily. So what ends up happening, right? Lily, is all the orchestra, this is that. When we're clear with the Jackson 5, you come up with Tate Pendergrass. At that moment, I knew Sonny was right, and what happened was I saw Jesus, Lily, on the back of a Mexican car. Lily, he was tall, and every single excuse that you tried to make for my dad, Lily, if he was gonna win, he had to be a tight Jesus. Lily was right there, in plain sight, and Sonny won because Jesus was tall, and he was explaining everything. I said, fuck you, Lily, you try to put Tyler Perry on me where I grew up in the early 2000s, when I told you I grew up on the internet, and why I listened to rock? Get the fuck out of here. That's why I mentioned earlier, chaotic was my everything. Because it's true, Lily, and I make do, Lily, and that's my freaking work for the seminar. We're gonna be like, oh, Blue Drinks don't sound, Lily, hype them up, just this and that. You let a nerd have more power, Lily, so I'm like, the anime community is turning retarded. Because they're allowing a lot of side of things, Lily, side pipe, they're allowing simple things, Lily, come by, Lily, and punch in the face. So fucking carry out today, Lily, fuck DBZ, Lily, fuck this whole nerd country and wants to act retarded, the anime community only being for full-on nerds that are retards. It's not the fact that I can't see myself, it's the fact that literally it doesn't matter anyway, so fuck you and fuck the internet. But yeah, like I said, Lily, I got Mirage, from back in the day, the second timeline. You know how I do this shit, with Lord Koenma? What happened was he was dodging bullets back when they had Chris, and I stood a tall, stocky build. I said, Bobby, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like that. He was telling me, shut up, man, because if you don't know, Lily at Alpha Omega, I'm famous for being just like Robert in PE, because I only had Asperger's, I was covered in blue, this and that, and people would call me Robert. So what ended up happening over time, Lily, when I turned 5, or, when something special happened, when he flat out said, he's like, man, there was this guy dodging bullets, out like a storm, literally, and he reminded me just like Robert. Yeah, like I said, I can't keep on, playing this game that you want to score. Straightforward, life isn't a game. Got inside the whole Chris Brown, and I'm like, forget it, if you want to play your little games with little kids, they swim around, and make rumors. Try to end the game by having the whole Chris Brown, and I'm like, fuck you. Late, I wasn't shit in the days of Akira Toriyama.